I'll be walking you a bit through licenseware. Just a couple of words of who we are. We are two co-founders, Alex Cojocaru and myself, Ciprian Grigore. Between the two of us, we have almost 20 years experience in software asset management, and we've always been technical engineering parts of the industry, but yeah, we are working in software asset management, and I will be telling you a bit about that as well. And about our journey so far, we've had a starting point, and we think that this is a major pain point for most organizations today. But not only, you see it even when you buy end user software, you see it when you buy industrial products even. You have to pay for a complete software package, but you really need just a single feature. And that's how software asset management technology is normally sold as well. And I will get to that in a moment. To tell you more about software asset management, what we do essentially is many times read software license agreements. I don't know how many of you really take the time to go through those, but we do it. We do it so you don't have to do it. And based on that information, we help organizations manage their software licenses. We help them fight audits, and we keep them compliant essentially. And there are a lot of software asset management tools out there. There's a lot of consulting being done. The one thing we've seen recurring in all of this, the one problem that we really want to tackle, is the very long delivery cycles, the long hours of consulting that are required for such a project. And at the end of the day, technology is sold as a suite requiring complex installation, staff training, and at the end of the day, providing very minimal value to what the customer really needed. So our vision was to create an on-demand self-service analysis platform that is able to process the customer's data and do it in a timely manner and do it in a self-service manner. Sort of like Amazon, but for software asset management. And if you think really of what Amazon did for computing, it made it a commodity, right? Now, you can just rent a virtual machine for next to nothing, and you can do anything you need in the cloud with much shorter timescales and almost no overhead than before. And we want to do the same thing for the software asset management industry. Our business model is that of a SaaS platform, of course. We don't have any upfront investment. There's no implementation required. You pay as you go. We do offer the licensing support. One of the most complex things when dealing with enterprise software is their license agreements. And so we use our experience, and we help customers really navigate those waters. We also have a very adaptable product to support partner channels, and we are easy to integrate. We have an open API, so we can actually help end users and even service providers to implement and to include licenseware in their SAM strategy.
Make sure to wrap up because we're getting close to the end of the...
Yeah. All right. Our market is in 2018 was 3.9 billion in the software asset management market. There are a lot of SAM right now is important for most IT leaders, and operational cost for us is quite low. One of the bigger things is that we strongly believe that we have the capacity to grow during this future recession, because we actually help companies work remotely. We help them work without the overhead of having consultants visit their offices, to deploy on-premise software deployments, and so on. Our competitors, the leaders, are in fact on-premise, mostly software. We would be somewhere in the niche section of the new products, and our actual real competitors that are a cloud solution, just as we are, there's currently just 2 companies, and they are in a startup phase as well, but with some head start for us than us.
Just a couple of seconds until 5 minutes are done.
Our product is completely hosted in Amazon. It's super scalable, and I will just say one thing. The way we have designed the product and our company is to work with minimal overhead. We have a self-scaling infrastructure with no cost for idle time. We work only with remote developers and many times freelancers.
And you'll have many questions coming from the jury members starting now. I've seen a lot of things in the chat from the audience. Keep on going there. I also see a lot of questions coming from the jury members during your pitch. So I would take some of the questions from Andrei's side, from Ruben's side as well. They were on stealth mode until now, but let's see what do they have to say. Andrei?
Actually, I wasn't on stealth mode. I've been
just kidding.
To raise my hand here, so I don't know how to do that.
Push a question now.
Well, I'd like to push a question, but this is the exact project that I don't have a question for.
Then let's leave the room for Rumen. Maybe he has a question.
I'm just wondering how is it different to all the other solutions on the market? Because you also said that there are many similar solutions on the market. So
yes, there are. Most of them function on an on-premise only capacity, so you need to have a local software deployment. Most of them are not sold as a component, so what we want to do is build components, and actually we only charge for using that specific component, sort of like Amazon, right? You only pay for what you use, and you are able to select the parts of your architecture that you will be using. That is not currently offered by our competitors. And the third one is that we want to be self-service. Most of our competitors will actually sell you a software product along with a support contract and along with an implementation or time and materials cost.
Okay, let's make use of this 3 minutes that are left. Any other questions? And who has a question right now should say a word.
Hi, it's Roman here, if I may.
Please.
Please, Cyprian, what is the value that the customer gets from your solution, from licenseware? What is the main value they're looking for to get from licenseware?
It's fast analysis results, and at the end of the day, it's peace of mind that you get because you will not be exposed to risk anymore. The level of risk that you can be exposed as a large organization when dealing with
Got it. And do you have already traction with paying customers?
We have validated the concept because we do consulting as well. So we do use the technology currently to process our customers' data. They don't use yet the application itself because we don't feel like it can fully replace a consultant, of course, and they want more than that. And we are currently in talks with one big customer to pass it with one big service delivery company actually to partner, and they want to use SAM licenseware as part of their SAM offering.
I have a news for you as well. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's the time for the last question. Who wants to raise a question now?
I'm gonna ask a question. I've been working with IBM in software business for a long time, so I know a little bit about software licenses. Okay. You're targeting medium to large customers, right? And how are you going to do the sales to these guys? Because sales cycle in this kind of situation takes forever, and the customers are all over the place in the world. So you actually need to build up a very, very strong sales team.
Yes, we need to sell to very large companies. The one thing that we also target is small companies that sometimes might need, and those are exactly the kind of companies that would use licenseware rather than anything else, because we can offer that at a much lower cost to them. For large companies, you're right, we will need a large sales organization, and we are planning to do a lot of that through partner through our alliances and partner campaigns, because we want to offer a technology, but software licensing is usually a service, a managed service that is supported by technology. So we want to offer the technology to those that already offer the service in order to gain those high paying customers.